You don't chase what you already are. You don't beg for what's already within you. You don't perform to prove your worth. You don't hustle for your truth. And if you're chasing right now, it's not because you're not enough. It's because you forgot. Forgot that alignment is your birthright. Forgot that your presence is power. You forgot that your essence already carries the thing you've been reaching for. And the world will convince you that chasing is noble, that grinding means you're serious, that overthinking means you're smart. But none of that will bring you home to yourself. Let me help you remember. We live in a world that teaches us to chase. Chase success, chase validation, chase love. But here's the truth. The more you chase, the further it runs. Because chasing is the energy of a lack. It's a signal to the universe that says, I don't have it yet. I don't believe I am it. Chasing says, I'll be whole when. But wholeness was never meant to be earned. It was meant to be remembered. No one told us that the real magnetism comes from stillness, from knowing, from embodiment. You don't attract what you chase. You attract what you remember. You attract what you embody. And you attract what you believe you already carry. The version of you who has it doesn't chase it. They align with it. They allow it. They receive it. The world told you to run harder, right? To do more, to be more. You already knew who you were. You already felt it in your bones. And that whisper inside of you, that's not fantasy, that's remembrance. You are not becoming, you are returning. Returning to the place within you that knows. Returning to the frequency of your truth. That little voice that says, there must be more than this. That's not anxiety. That's your higher self waking up to your truth. Your true power doesn't come from effort. It comes from alignment, from trusting that what's meant for you doesn't need to be chased, just claimed. You don't chase what you already are. You attract it when you remember it. You hold it when you live it. Becoming isn't about addition. It's about subtraction. Let everything that isn't you fall away and just see what will stay. You don't need to perform for your purpose. You don't need to hustle for healing. Alignment is about doing more. It is about doing the right things from the right energy. It is not about actionless passivity. It's about powerfully receiving. Your higher self isn't in the future. They are in the room waiting for you to see them, to see her, to see him. You think confidence comes after results, but real confidence comes when you stop needing proof, when you decide to walk as if it is already yours. Not because you're faking it, but because your soul already knows. So you're not behind, you're just disconnected from the you who already has everything. And this is not being delusional. This is aligning yourself to who you really are and leaving the conditioned mind to open yourself from the heart what is possible for you. What if you didn't need to run? What if alignment meant slowing down so it could catch up with you? What if the love, the purpose, the clarity was already on its way? But you're running so fast, chasing something else, you cannot feel it landing. You understand what I'm trying to say? You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You just have to be present. When you sit in your knowing, life responds. Not always instantly, but always precisely. It matches the frequency you choose, and it listens to your whole belief. And I promise you this, the moment you stop chasing is the moment it starts coming, because you're there, present. And sometimes you're not being denied. You're being prepared. The delay is not punishment. It's precision. It's grace in disguise. Alignment means trusting divine timing. Even when it doesn't make sense, even though it feels like nothing is happening, you have to remind yourself of this. You don't need to chase what's divinely yours. It will always find you when you're ready to receive it. Readiness isn't about being perfect. It's about being available. Change the conditioned mind and change your reality. And another thing that really helps me to understand when I'm out of alignment is when I'm chasing, it's a symptom of misalignment with myself, with my truth. Because the version of you who receives easily, they think differently, they walk differently, they don't operate from lack, they expect goodness, they allow ease. So, what if you stopped identifying as the one who works the hardest and started seeing yourself as the one who attracts what's aligned? That shift alone would change everything because energy doesn't lie. You don't manifest from desire, you manifest from who you are, from identity. Okay, so we also have chasing in disguise because chasing doesn't always look like running. Sometimes it looks like overthinking, like obsessing over timelines, like constantly fixing yourself. In the healing world, healing is sacred, but chasing healing becomes another loop. And you don't need to heal to be worthy. You already are. You don't need to be more spiritual, more healed, more aligned with anything. You just need to be honest. You need to accept. And from that place of radical acceptance, you will receive. Because chasing healing is still chasing. Receiving your wholeness is where it starts. This is another loop a lot of people are in. I have to fix myself. I have to heal myself. I have to do this in order to get no. Be still, be present, and see what arrives and see what comes up. Stillness isn't about being passive. Stillness is a sacred place to be. It's an energetic signal that says, I trust, I'm open, I'm ready. And in that stillness, the most miraculous things arrive. Not because you chase them down, but because you became the one who holds them. Be still, be anchored, not frozen in fear, but rooted in faith. And I'm not saying don't take action, because stillness is not the absence of movement, it's the presence of power. That's what I'm talking about. So maybe you've been chasing because it felt safer than sitting with your truth. Maybe performing felt easier than trusting. Maybe you forgot that you don't need to become something new. You need to remember who you are. Your truth is safe with you now. You have the nervous system to hold it. You have the softness to receive it. And you have the courage to walk it. And don't tell yourself that you're too late. You're just in time for your own remembering. So what if, starting today, you stop chasing? What if you stopped asking how and started asking, who am I when I already have it? Let this be your moment. Let this be your energetic shift. Remember, everything you are seeking is seeking you as well, but it can only meet the version of you who's available. So become them, be open, be present enough, stop chasing and start receiving. So let this be your reminder. You don't need to run anymore. You don't need to beg for anything or perform or just prove yourself. You just remember who you are, return to what you carry and allow the life that matches that to meet you where you are, still present. Because the aligned don't chase, they fully receive. Mic drop. I hope my message resonates. Let me know in the comments if it does. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Just want to say, like always, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.